another live stream. I hope you guys are doing great and having a wonderful night, morning, day, whatever it might be. Man, y'all can barely even see me, man. I got a haircut. I hope everybody's doing good. We gotta talk about this new X-Class solar flare that just came in, and on top of that, of course, we're gonna give you an update for the town Schumann residents, the general Schumann residents, everything we know about 3 Atlas, what we know about this new X-Class solar flare, and a planetary alignment that's happening. So there's a lot of things going on right now, and even though activity doesn't seem crazy right now, we are gonna get another geomagnetic storm this week. We gotta talk about that. I hope everybody's doing good, been good, and happy. I am feeling much better. Oh my goodness. Let me know what everybody been up to, and I'm gonna get an audio check to see if this is good. This is working. Okay, cool. Okay. Where is Earth? More. Updates. Boom. And there's going to be our pin message for the day. Welcome everyone to the stream. Let's jump right into it, I guess. Let's go. Let's get a refresher. Let's just shoot right to it though. 10 p.m. in Louisiana. How you doing? Dream Tooth, welcome to the stream. All right, fellas. Schumann residence right here, and yeah. Overall, of course, not too much activity. A lot of integration, but we never got hit with anything massive, which is quite interesting. Of course, there's been so much activity going on, and we've been having more. We had so much. We had a crazy shift. You know what I'm saying? An incredibly crazy shift and an insane, geomagnetic storm. People were seeing auroras everywhere, which is really crazy. Of course, what were we hit with? Well, going straight to the numbers, a power 9. So nothing too crazy on the Schumann resonance for November 14. Now I'm going to scroll all the way down. I know we got a little dizzy. Overall, of course, this hasn't even been updated. I think that's literally the same. That looks like the same exact thing. But we are getting this massive red line, which is at 11,500 hertz. And of course, we got some red lines here as well. So very interesting activity. Welcome everyone to the stream. By the way, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. I do appreciate it. We are actually getting activity. Whoa, that was a loud car. I don't know if you guys heard that. That scared the crap out of me. I didn't know. I thought it was a chainsaw for a second. It's a really loud bike, man. Oh my goodness. We're definitely getting in some energy over here. Overall, there hasn't been too much. This has been active for sure. This has been active. So overall, of course, we have that. Now here is the general Schumann resonance. Let's see what we got going on over here. I'm gonna give this a refresh. So we are getting integration energy. One of the weirdest things you'll see are these horizontal lines. Now compared to this day, we did get some, but a lot of vertical, and the same thing over here, vertical. So we are getting horizontal and vertical integration energy. This is pretty, these are some interesting spikes. We usually get these. So we're gonna see what happens in the next few hours. Do we get hit with something big, or you know, did we not have much activity like this day. So some of you may not know, but we had an X4 solar class fair, an X4, which is pretty insane. Now this CME was launched into space, and the sunspot region, the same one 4274, which we predicted. We did predict that it could happen, as well as this website did a pretty good job. There was a solid chance though, um, pretty solid chance that there would be an X class. There was a 30% chance for that region to be an X class. So that did end up happening. So it is nowhere near the west limb. So the ejecta is heading mostly towards the northwest. We do see a faint, full hollow outline on the latest image, which shows the blow could be possible. So it's going to be interesting. This won't be too massive. This won't be a big geomagnetic storm, but just based on the data and based on everything on solar wind models, it's going to be interesting because one of them is not really showing anything. One of them is showing. And overall, of course, a minor G1 geomagnetic storm watch is in effect starting this Sunday. So overall, of course, Sunday will be the day where activity might be going up. So very interesting there. That's what we got going on over here. To get that real space-time activity, of course, the KP right now is under 2. Solar winds are high and everything else is actually quite calm. But the interplanetary magnetic field is it's been up and down, but overall nothing too crazy though. I think so. And there's a solid chance that there is one coming on Sunday, and this could lead into a G1 geomagnetic storm. Now, just to take a look, there hasn't been anything but the X4. Actually, no, we actually had 2 M classes. Believe it or not, didn't even know. Looking at the sunspot regions, these, this does have a chance of producing something, but nothing really though. It's not too big though. Let me scroll all the way back up. This sucker has just been insane. I mean, there's still another. I don't know if this is the same percentage, but there's still a solid chance for another X class. I'm guessing, but it's on the far side of the sun, so I doubt this will, be too big of a deal. But overall, not much else. Let's take a look at the latest CMEs. This one was pretty intense. Let's take a look at this. That was a decent hit. Yeah, that was a good hit, actually. These both have the ironic same max, believe it or not. Now, and of course, this coronal hole, we do have a coronal hole, and interesting. Could have another one. Alright, so this one is a coronal hole, by the way. This could definitely be amplifying things up, by the way. So, very interesting here. This, I don't think this is a coronal hole. This could turn into one, but I don't think so. Other than that, I don't think we see anything else coming in. And of course, here's the sun. Ah, man, this is wild right here. This is insane. What do you, for which image and stuff? So this right here, these are bright regions. This is dark. These are usually coronal holes. This isn't a coronal hole currently, but it is a dark spot that could end up turning into one. These are like pretty normal to have. Yeah, so the right side is intense, and that's where the X-class solar flare was. So, right. Um, so as you can see for this image, green is a coronal hole, which you might not be able to see the green, but it's right there. Green is coronal hole. Yellow are bright regions, which is usually like pretty active regions. This is where flares are. So as you can see, that's where the X class was. 4274, that's where the sunspot is. There is a coronal hole here. So it's going to be interesting if that turns around. But again, we'll have to find out. So yeah, so overall, of course, and then besides that, there's just been more talks of 3i Atlas lately, but this was just 4 hours ago, and it definitely seemed that in a few days we're gonna get some more images, which is pretty cool. Besides that. But yeah, truly appreciate everybody who's watching and stuff like that. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We'll keep you guys updated. And yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna skedaddle. I do appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching. Really appreciate it. I know there's like a new moon happening. I'll make a video on that this weekend. I'll make it and upload it as soon as possible. There's also a planetary alignment going on. I don't think it's that big of a planetary alignment, but I mean, maybe by January we'll have a larger one, but I think we're gonna have a couple of them in alignment, so it's gonna be interesting here. Besides that, we gotta think about it through Atlas, right? Like, could this comet, so-called, we really don't know, right? We still don't know. There's been talks if it's been really activating everything and making everything more expansive. Is that the right word? Or more, more wilder? So very interesting here. It's been an incredibly extraordinary thing in space. Really cool, So it's going to be interesting to see what happens December 19th, because it looks like the end of December is going to be wild. We're going to have a pretty wild time. So, thank you guys so much, and I'm going to go. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys so much.